me, Sarah, here from sarajlorero.com, offering you business strategy and practical woo for coaches and creatives. I'm really excited to be here for episode 2 of my IGTV channel. And so for this episode, I really wanted to talk to you guys about being visible and really getting over your fear of visibility, getting over the fear of sharing your story, getting over the fear of all of the judgments that we have in our heads of what are other people going to think when they see me on IGTV? What is my cousin going to think? What is my aunt going to think? What is my uncle going to think? How could I possibly share this message with all of these people when I feel like I'm going to be judged, or I feel like people aren't going to understand? And one of the biggest things that can help you with this is just really, really understanding exactly why you came into this business in the first place, right? And so really ask yourself that. Why did I come into this? What was it that I wanted to do? I definitely didn't come into online business just to make money, right? There's a specific other reason why I wanted to do this. If I just wanted to make money, I can go into a 9-to-5, okay? Why is it that you got into your coaching business in the first place? Why is it that you got into your creative business in the first place? And who exactly is it that you want to help? And by understanding that, then your second step is, well, like, why is this other fear coming in the way of helping these other people who I really know that I can really, really help with whatever problems that they have and whatever solutions that you can provide for them? And so getting really clear on who exactly it is that you want to help and what it is that they need to hear from you can really put you past the fear and into a place of like empowerment and courage, because at the end of the day, we are really fearful because of what other people might think from what we want to share. But at the same time, by sharing those things, we make an amazing impact in the lives of the people that we really want to work with. And so what is the consequence of us not getting visible? What is it? Is it that people aren't going to hear your message? Is it that people aren't going to be inspired by your message? Is it that the right people aren't going to be hearing you? And what does that translate into, right? Like how does that translate into your business? Well, it's probably going to translate into, well, if the right people aren't going to hear my message, then they're not going to be inspired by my work. They're not going to understand how they can work with me. And then I don't have clients and I probably don't have a business, right? So we want to kind of reverse engineer all of that, because really the only two people who we really need to worry about opinions from are ourselves and our clients. Okay, our perfect fit clients who we know are ready to work with us, those are the people whose opinions matter in your business and you getting visible. And of course, also your own opinions. So you want to make sure that whatever you're sharing is from the heart and is not something that is going to, potentially create any type of resentment in yourself and isn't something that you're not ready to share. And so getting visible really requires you to kind of get out of the shell of fear and comfort and really step outside of that comfort zone. Because once you step outside of that comfort zone, that's where the magic happens, right? That's where you actually start making an impact in other people's lives. That's when people start emailing you, telling you how much your messaging has resonated with them and how much they needed to hear whatever it is that you're sharing. And the more that you share things that are really deeply from your heart, and the more that you get those messages, the more that you're going to be compelled to share, and the less you're going to start even thinking about those other people's judgments. It's almost like a Band-Aid that you have to rip off for yourself. So whenever you're feeling that way, just kind of step into that empowerment, step into that whole idea of what is it that I want to do in the world, and how am I stopping myself? And then the last thing that is very helpful with this as well is the fact that sometimes our fears are really legitimate. Like sometimes, if your story happens to be one that might be detrimental to the current career that you're in, it's totally fine for you to either not share it or to share it in a way that feels the best for you. And so let's say, for example, if you are a professional in a specific career and you are terrified of sharing your message because your message is hugely personal and might really damage your credibility within any profession that you're in, what you can do is ultimately create a pseudonym for for yourself. So you can create a nickname, you can create a name that basically no one is going to be able to search for in Google. And you can do that until you're ready to be like, you know what, no, this is who I am and this is how I'm gonna come out fully into this world. Because that really helps you. It really helps you to kind of separate who you are. So me, for example, who, you know, Sara Loureiro is, versus who this woman is who's stepping into this space. Sometimes I like to go even further with this with my clients and ask them to give themselves an alter ego, right? So like, what would your alter ego do? What would the person who doesn't have any fears or any judgments, what would they do in terms of their visibility? And write that all down. What would you do if you weren't fearful? And what would that one person do? Like, what would your alter ego do, right? Beyonce has an alter ego that she calls Sasha Fierce. And so if you give yourself your own Sasha Fierce and you put down all of the things that Sasha Fierce would do that you wouldn't do yourself because you're too afraid, then you can step into the role of that other alter ego of yours and you can accomplish so much more because you can just tell yourself, well, I wasn't doing that. That was Sasha Fierce, right? That wasn't actually me. And so it really helps you to kind of step out of that mode of being super fearful. I hope this helps you guys. If you want any more information from me, you can download my fully booked in 30 checklist. The link for that is in my bio. And I'll see you next week for episode 3.